Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, walking the streets of Washington, saying no to looters and their borrowing. We are walking the street of Washington.
No.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. We are very happy to see you here today. And one of us will be coming later, which will present to you in the next 2 minutes. But before she comes, let me briefly introduce us. We are members of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. We are Nigerians, and we have come to show our appreciation for the projects being embarked upon by the World Bank in the development country. But unfortunately, there is a ton of events in recent times because the World Bank is lending money to one of the richest countries in Africa, and the monies, Nigerians are not happy with how the monies are being used because we no longer trust our leaders about the spendings, and with all the monies that we be receiving, will become the poverty capital of the world. And we are saying also that there is gross abuse of human rights in Nigeria. So the money that our government is receiving is the money that they use in detaining unarmed Nigerian pro-activists. The money that the World Bank is receiving, is given to Nigeria as loans, is the money that they use to buy the bullets that is used by the police and the soldiers to kill unarmed protesters in Nigeria. We are saying that there is what Nigerian government now call the reintegration of terrorists. The Boko Haram terrorists is one of the most dangerous in the world, but in recent times, 2,000 of them have been reintegrated into the society. 2,000 members of the Boko Haram sect have been reintegrated into the society. And this money for the reintegration is coming from the World Bank. The World Bank is giving money to a country where the legislators receive the highest in the world, far more than what the President of the United States received. So in all of this, we have 94 million Nigerians living in extreme poverty. The question is, all the monies that they have been receiving, what has the government of retired General Muhammadu Buhari, the current president of Nigeria, what have they been able to do with the money? Borrowing is good, but when you don't see development on ground commensurate with what was borrowed, it becomes a problem. As we are standing here, there are anti-social media bills already in the Nigerian Senate where they want to gag Nigerians from speaking, where they are introducing death sentence for hate speech, where they want to regulate the use of the social media so that Nigerians don't say anything wrong with what is already wrong with this government. So we are saying that as long as the World Bank continues to lend money to Nigeria, you are supporting the abuse of human rights and the rule of law. But we are here today as Nigerians under the auspices of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria to say that Nigeria is too rich to beg, Nigeria is too rich to be poor, Nigeria is too rich to borrow. Therefore, we are saying in all sincerity that further loans to Nigeria, to the Nigerian government, must be stopped because these monies are being stolen by those in power and we don't see anything that they are doing on ground. Lastly, this is an aspect that you might not want to hear about, but the truth is that there are growing allegations in Nigeria that there is quid pro quo, that there are some World Bank officials that purportedly receives money as bribe in the process of issuing grants to Nigeria. or loans to Nigeria. For now, this is not an accusation, it's an allegation. Therefore, if we leave here, we are going to the office of the FBI and we are asking for a thorough investigation into these allegations. So this is an aspect of our protest today. We want to thank you for coming, for finding time to come here. Some of the things that you've heard from me might not be palatable in your ears, but that is the fact. The Nigerian people do not want loans from anywhere, whether from the World Bank or from everywhere. Nigerian government borrowed $30 million from the World Bank, from the Islamic Bank to fight malaria, but today our children die daily from malaria. Where is the money? So that is why we are here, and we have a letter to present to the president of the World Bank. May we have the letter, please? If you don't mind, what I have just told you about is just an introduction, but one of us here will read to you the content of the letter which we would like to present to you.
Taken. We have no reason to borrow what we could retrieve that we couldn't afford. Meanwhile, there are indications that about 3 billion naira has been padded in 2020 budgets. In addition,
finally, we shall hand over to you the letter. We also have 105 pages of the signatories of 2,266 Nigerians that have signed against this protest, against this law. Now we shall hand over the letter to you. The letter which she just read to you now, this is the original copy. And right here we have 105 pages of Nigerians that have signed against the loan. Nigerians are saying we do not want loans that are stolen by the government, monies that are being used to stample upon the rights of Nigerians, monies being used to buy bullets that kill unarmed protesters, monies being used to support anti-social media bills. And this is the letter presented to you.
3 days, just 3 days to
the president,
election.
The president of the World Bank. Thank you.
Just 3 days to the election, 80 billion naira was given to the state government to kill Nigerians. And this is one of those sources of those money in Kogi State, precisely, right?
Response, please.
No, we will certainly deliver. And, of course, there's a lot of that the bank is doing for Nigeria's development, when we take into consideration everybody's concern, particularly the diaspora here. And if you know of anybody who's writing about your petition, let us know, and I'd be happy to give you my card for anything else. That if they want to contact me or you want to contact me, please feel free. And I don't know if you have your card still.
We are right here at the office of the World Bank headquarters here in Washington, D.C., United States of America, members of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. We are saying Nigerian leaders are looters. We are saying Nigerian leaders must stop asking for loans that were too rich to beg, to borrow, or to be poor. Nigerian leaders, we are asking what happened to the $81 billion that they already borrowed, and we are saying no to violation of human rights. We are saying stop borrowing money, that we refuse to be silent, even with your so-called anti-social media bills. We are saying Nigeria must stop borrowing now, because you've borrowed us into being the poverty capital of the world. And that is what we are protesting today, right here at the office of the World Bank. Right here at the office of the World Bank Group.
and we have just submitted the letters to the president of the World Bank, David Mopas. We ask Nigerians from wherever you are, whether you are in Nigeria or wherever you are, that you must begin to stand up and speak for your rights. Our silence as a people for so many years has put us where we are now, and this is the time to say no. We are saying no to borrowing. Are you saying no?
No.
We are saying no to looting. Are you saying no?
No.
We are saying no to VIP treatment of Nigerians in prisons.
No.
We are saying no to borrowing to buy bullets that kills our people.
No.
We are saying no to those people that are passing an antisocial bill in Nigeria.
No.
Every Nigeria from all walks of life, wherever you are, whether you are in Nigeria or wherever you are, please connect to the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. The time has come for us as a people to build a citizen-owned government where we shall no longer be ruled by the caprices of a few, but by the decision of the majority. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you. We are members of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. We are right here in front of the FBI headquarters here in Washington, D.C., United States of America. We have just submitted a copy of our letter to the authorities, and we are asking the FBI to investigate the processes of issuing loans by the World Bank to the government of Nigeria. Now, every state governor is getting loans. They steal this money, they leave office, and the states are more indebted than when they resumed office. So in their desperation to get these loans, there are strong allegations that they are bribing members of staff of the World Bank, and we are here to ask the FBI to investigate these allegations. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are saying this because we cannot be alive to see a few persons mortgage the future of our country. Fear and silence has brought us this low, and it is time for Nigerians to stand up, stand out from social media, from Facebook and WhatsApp onto the physical arena of the struggle. The time has come for every Nigerian, north, south, east or west, to speak up, because our silence brought us this low. And now it is time to say no. It is time to say no. It is time to say no. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Amen. We are members of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. We are right here at the White House in Washington, D.C., United States of America. We are saying no to loans being granted to Nigeria by the World Bank, because we are highly indebted and there's nothing on ground to show for what has been borrowed for so many years. So wherever you are as a Nigerian, whether you are in the US, Canada, Asia, Africa, you must stand up to say no. The future of our children and the present generation must not be mortgaged for the selfish greed of a few. And from here, we are moving straight to the FBI to submit our letter. We are proud to be Nigerians, but we refuse any form of enslavement. We refuse this new colonialism. We are calling for a second Nigerian independence, because we know that the money that they borrow is what they use in buying bullets that kill unarmed protesters in Nigeria. We know that the money they borrow is what they use in sponsoring senators that earn far more than the president of the United States of America. We know that the money that they borrow is what they use in sponsoring the anti-social media bills where they want to gag Nigerians from speaking. We know that the money that they borrow is what they want to use in sponsoring the so-called hate speech where they want to kill Nigerians, because they don't want us to talk about what we are talking about now, and that is why they are bringing about this so-called anti-social bills. Nigerians from wherever you are, you must stand up to say no. We refuse to substitute military dictatorship for civilian autocracy. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
What's up, it's your boy Freaky P, and you know what it is, baby. Keep it steady, keep it steady. So, yeah, I was born in America. I was born in Maryland, PG County. But after a while, when I got to high school, my mother sent me to Nigeria. So I've been in Nigeria for like 7 years. So I like to travel a lot, but right now, Nigeria is not looking so good because our leaders are not really like treating us well. They're not fixing the roads, and like we're tired of World Bank lending money to Nigeria's leaders because our leaders aren't doing anything about it.
Sir, would you like to tell us something about your interest concerning this protest march?
Yeah, first, my name is Edwin Erabo from Benin, Nigeria. I joined this protest because I've been here since 1990. Excuse me. From 1972, and this is 45 years. I work for New York City Transit Authority. I retired since 2004. I want to go home, but no home to go to. Hence, I joined this protest, and I will continue to do everything within my power, by the grace of God, to support anything that will bring normalcy to Nigeria.